One love to all of you magnificent deep divers. Let me send you some good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. Another beautiful day. You can actually hear the birds singing. That's a beautiful sign. Deep divers. Let me talk to you. When everyone is telling you to say yes, saying no may be the greatest act of bravery you've ever known. And someone messaged me. And if you got a message, deep divers, add me on Instagram at Ralph Smart. They're like, Ralph, in Canada, I work as a yoga teacher, and now they're asking for the vaccine passport. You need it. And I don't want it. I feel like they're manipulating me, Ralph. I'm even getting pressure from my family, my mom, my dad. I don't know what to do. And I'm here to tell you, remain strong, hold the line, stand in your power. And I'm going to show you some diversion tactics of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. The tactics they use to silence you. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. Let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature. Beautiful day. 10 diversion tactics of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. The diversion tactics they use to silence you. A lot of people right now are feeling pressured, even the cat down the road. And I want to remind you, saying no may be your saving grace. It may be your greatest act of bravery when you look back at this time. It may be your greatest revolutionary act. We are amongst narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths every single day. And there are diversion tactics they use to silence you. And I'm here to show you them and what you can do to protect yourself against these diversion tactics. Highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths use to silence you. I came out today raising the frequency, raising the vibration, and we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? And I came out today knowing that I'm not crazy if it's my truth. Slow motion this side. I'm not crazy if it's my truth. So, the first... Wait a minute. I came across this news story, deep divers. Vienna, Austria. There's a brothel, okay, in Vienna, Austria, which is encouraging people to get vaccinated and saying, if you get vaccinated here, you can get a 30-minute session with a woman of your choice. Okay, this is what's happening in the world you're living in right now. Also in Australia, you have the $1 Million Vaccine Alliance doing the COVID-19 lottery. A woman won 1 million Australian dollars, right? Because they're encouraging people to get that vaccine passport. And all of these are forms of manipulation. But the first diversion tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths, what they use to silence you is called gaslighting. That was actually a play. Gaslighting is when you make someone doubt their own sanity. You say, it's all in your head. You say, snap out of it. You say, you've been watching too many movies. So you always try and trick someone like they're over-exaggerating, they're blowing things out of proportion, that they're imagining things and reality is not actually how they perceive it. This is a form of gaslighting. And to the woman who asked that question, she doesn't know what to do. She's feeling pressured. She's feeling like they are gaslighting her. Remind yourself, the way out of this is to know who you are. The way out of this is not to bow down or succumb to the pressure. To say, actually, I'm not crazy. This is my truth. And when you can do that, great things will happen for you. Many people are gaslighting you every single day. They're saying, hey, you're imagining everything. No, you're not. But you have to convince yourself more than they tell you you're just imagining it, okay? The second diversion tactic, highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths use to silence you. We're talking about blackmail, and we're seeing this happen even in the midst of a global pandemic. Even in the midst of a global pandemic. If you don't do this, you won't get that. Like, you can't go into a nightclub unless you have a vaccine passport. You can't go into a restaurant in Italy or France, unless you have the vaccine passport. That's actually a psychological form of manipulation, which narcissists use, psychopaths use, and sociopaths use, blackmail. And the way out of this is to say, actually, I'm not afraid of your threats. I'm not afraid of your coercion. I'm not gonna crack under the pressure. I'm not gonna do what you want just to get something. You see, many people are bowing down right now because they say, actually, if I don't do this, then this will happen. And you have to learn that sometimes the longer you stand in your truth, this is how you get your way in the end. Because they will always keep blackmailing you. Okay? What is the third diversion tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths? What they use to silence you. Projection. Okay, this is happening. Many people, if you are around someone, just say in a casual setting, and they start projecting onto you. For example, they say, it's your fault. You're to blame. This is what a lot of narcissists do, sociopaths do, psychopaths do, projection. They never ever want to take responsibility. So if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, a sociopath, a psychopath, someone who's always projecting everything onto you, like they made the mistake, they did the wrong, and they're now saying it's you, it's your fault, projecting their guilt onto you and saying, actually, you are to blame. What you want to do is not to own their projections. Say, actually, no, I'm not going to own your projections. And also, don't project your empathy or compassion onto them, because it's up to them to take responsibility for their own shit. What's the fourth diversion tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths? What they use to silence you. Extortion. The place I was staying in Greece, deep divers, I left my glasses there. And the woman was like, hey, if you want your glasses, you're going to have to pay some cash. I said, what? I'll pay for the postage, but I ain't going to give you an extra 300 euros or whatever it was. And she's like, yes, you need to. And that's called extortion. And it happens all the time. And you have to remind yourself that stand up to the bullies. Don't see yourself as a victim. Say, no, I'm not going to be extorted. And these things even happened on the Epstein Islands, right? On the Epstein Island, they would kind of take these videos of these politicians and say, hey, pay us this amount, otherwise we will expose you, right? That's called extortion. And anyone who's trying to extort you, oh, if you want this back, you got to pay me 10,000. Remind yourself, you do not have to give them what they want. You do not have to give them what they want. And the more you learn how to say no, 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 is the more they will begin to listen to you. What's the fifth? Deep divers. Diversion. Tactic. Highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths use to silence you. Anytime you are around someone who is name calling you, they're calling you names. What did I do? And this is happening even in the midst of a global pandemic. Anti-vaxxers, I'm not anti-vax, I'm pro-choice. COVIDiots, I'm not a COVIDiot, I just think for myself. You're emotional. Ladies, no, you're not emotional, you should say. This is how I feel, and my feelings are valid. This is how to counteract that form of manipulation, such as name calling, okay? The sixth, diversion tactic. Highly manipulative people, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths use to silence you. Shame. The shame game. They shame you in front of their peers. They shame you in front of your peers. Anytime someone is shaming you, that's a form of manipulation. Public shaming was a form of punishment, and it still is till this day. So one way to override this form of manipulation is to say, actually, I'm not ashamed of you trying to expose me or shame me. I'm owning who I am, and then you can never be shamed. When you tell the world everything so-called bad about yourself, nobody can use it against you. Slow motion this side. Deep divers, what is the seventh? Highly manipulative technique sociopaths, psychopaths use to silence you. You see, every single day, when you are around people who don't allow you your opinion, that's a form of manipulation. When they try and censor you, when they say, you can't say this. Look, on social media right now, let me go into my phone. I got a lot of messages from people who are like, Ralph, they said I can't say this. And it's happening every single day. When people try and censor you on these apps, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, when big tech says you can't say how you really feel. Why? Because they said, it's medical misinformation, Ralph. I still got the email. That's a form of manipulation. So what you do when someone is trying to censor you, you say, I'm going to speak my truth regardless. You say, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to silence myself to make you feel comfortable. I'm not going to allow myself to be censored. Because I didn't come here to be censored. I came here to be free, and big tech, I'm not afraid of you. That's how you counteract that form of manipulation. What is the eighth? Diversion, tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths use to silence you. Anytime you are around someone who tells you, let's change the subject. Let's change the subject because they want to evade taking responsibility, accountability. That's a subtle form of manipulation. You're talking to someone on the phone. Hey, how you doing? I want to talk to you about this. They change the subject. That's a form of manipulation. Anytime you're texting someone, hey, they change the subject because they don't want to talk about it. That's a subtle form of manipulation. And you have to remind yourself not to be silenced, not to be shut up. Say, actually, we're going to stay on topic. We're going to stay on the subject. We're not going to change it. Because narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths often will run away from what needs to be talked about. What is the ninth diversion tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths? Covert and overt threats. Anytime someone is trying to threaten you, I'll expose you. I'm like, don't worry, I already exposed myself. Slow motion this side. If you don't do this, then you won't get this. You can't come here. You can't travel. You can't enter this restaurant. That's a covert threat, an overt threat. And how you counteract this is to say, actually, I will not be threatened. I didn't come here to be threatened by you. Who are you to threaten me, to tell me what I can and can't do? What is the 10th diversion tactic of highly manipulative narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths? What they use to silence you. Aggressive jabs and threats disguised as just a friendly joke. A lot of truth is said in jest. Anytime someone says, hey, I was just joking, but they're actually attacking you very aggressively, and then they say, hey, it was just a joke. No, it wasn't. And that's a form of manipulation. And how you counteract this is to say, actually, I'm not amused by your jokes. I'm not the one you should joke with. Ain't nobody got time for that. The cat down the road is not the one you should joke with. And this is how you take back your power. So right now, deep divers, I want to remind you, we are living in a world where gaslighting is real, where blackmail is real, where threats are real. And I'm here to remind you, all of you, do not bow down. Do not succumb to pressure. Stand in your truth and you will get your way. And what will happen? Oh, what will happen? You'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Hey. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I love all of you deep divers. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. That's what we're doing. Shout out to everyone who has been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you are a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. Add me on Instagram, Deep Divers, for more daily inspiration at Ralph Smart, at Official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat at Good Ass Prana, baby. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the-book. Remind yourself, when the whole world is telling you to say yes, saying no will be your greatest act of bravery and your saving grace. Don't say yes to the world when it's a no to yourself. Stand up to these highly manipulative people and take back your power. I love all of you deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! I'm alive, deep divers. You want me to go live on this topic? Say go live. I'm alive. Peace.